Okay. And here, what we're going to do is for the scale object, there's a special scale object, okay, inside Phaser with a few handy methods and properties, okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to update our preload with some additional stuff. All right. And these are going to be objects. And once again, I'm going to explain what objects are. So what we're going to do is we're going to do game scale dot scale mode equals Phaser dot scale manager dot show all. Okay. Next line. Game dot scale dot page align horizontally equals true. I'll ask that you please make sure that you're just make sure you pay attention to the capitalization on this because it will complain if it's not capitalized correctly. Scale dot page align vertically equals true. Okay, so we have three things here. Scale mode has a couple things, right? So what's it doing? So show all scales the canvas but keeps the aspect ratio untouched, so images won't be messed up like they would be otherwise. There might be some black sprites visible on the other screen, but we can live with that. And we also add in the other lines of code that are responsible for aligning the canvas horizontally and vertically, so it's always centered on the screen, regardless of size. So it doesn't go to the left or the right or whatever. Okay. Next thing we can do is we can add a custom background color. Okay. And here we're going to do that in the preload, like the other ones there. So I'll go to the next line. And to customize it, game.stage.background color, capital C, equals. And here we can put in a hexadecimal number. We'll do EEE. Okay. And so that's going to be black there. All right. Yeah. So what is hexadecimal? If you took me for a multimedia or like an intro computer science course, we cover this, right? But I know a number of you have not. Basically, if you go to like a Google color picker, okay, all colors can be represented with hexadecimal. How this works is beyond this course, so I could post a link on my coding class if it's helpful to that. Understand it, but basically with any color, this right here is its hexadecimal code, and we could take that code and use that, right? Every color that could be represented on a screen, right, all the way from black to white has a code, and it's that code that we're going to use for the background. So you can color whatever you want for the background color. I just did EEE for shortcut for black. Okay. All right. So that's it. So what is all this game.stage.background color? How do we remember all this? Well, the short answer is that you don't. You know, a lot of this stuff is stuff you would look up, stuff that we would build together. And if you use this over and over again, yeah, you'd get used to it. You just build in muscle memory. But there's no expectation you'd remember this just off the top of your head when we're just starting out. Okay. And so what is this game.scale? What we're doing is, remember we set up on line 1 var game equals new Phaser game. Okay, so for JavaScript, what we got to do is we just got to tell it what we're customizing it. And what we do is we go into game and we're changing the scale property. And inside that, we're getting the scale, page align horizontally, and we're setting that to be true or false. Okay, it's a Boolean variable. Okay. So we'll talk more about these game objects as we try to build out our own stuff in the next couple of lessons. All right, but for right now, we set up the scaling for our game, and if we were to test it out, we can click Run, and we'd do the little pop out here, open a new window. Okay, and here we should see that it is being displayed. Let's see what's happening here. Element. Canvas width, canvas ID. Oh, I know why. We have to add in one more bit of code. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. I thought that we could just add the page align horizontally, page align vertically, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to cooperate with us. So what we can do is we can basically force it to. I'm going to go into the CSS file, and we're going to add in a little bit of CSS there. I'm going to do HTML, which is going to do the entire page. And what we can do is we can add in some stuff that's going to align this thing up and down. So I'm going to add a display property, and I'm going to call this flex semicolon. I'm going to do flex direction column. I'm going to do align items center and text align center. Okay, so now if we run this, HTML, display flex, column, center. Oh, why are you still not working? Text line, align, item center, that's fine. Specify content, maybe, center. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Oh, this is just being stubborn now. All right, so just a quick refresh of the window there did it for me, where I was able to get it so that it actually displays right. So now we should be good to go. So if we do a pop-up window, we see the text is aligned center, and we have our canvas that's in the center as well too. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll break there, and we set up our game. We covered a lot. We covered how it works, how the folder structure is, how everything is supposed to run. We set up our game, our preload, create updates, all that stuff. What we'll do then is next time is we'll load in the assets. We'll load in the ball and the bricks, and we'll code in some motion as well too, so that we can control that as well. All right, so that's it, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.